Forest extension, communication, and knowledge management terminologies. Okay, this time I will recite first 30 terminologies. Start with audio visual, movies, slides, presentation, exhibits, posters, charts, graphs, and other three-dimensional media like models, dioramas, and etc. Audience, kind of people, their education, abilities, needs, location, and etc. Association, a collection of plants with ecological similar requirements, including more dominant species, from which the grove derives indefinite character. Biological diversity or biodiversity, the variety of life of all its form and all its levels of organization. Biodiversity refers to diversity of genetics. Broadcast, radio or television programs. Carrying capacity, the maximum number of individuals of wildlife species then an area can support during the most unfavorable time of the year. Community, a collection of living organisms thriving in an organized system through which order water, energy, and nutrient cycle. Consulting forester, an independent professional who manages a forest and markets of forest products for private woodland owners. Consulting foresters do not have direct connections with firms that buy wood products, but are retained by woodland owners as their agents. Cooperative Extension Service or CS, the educational arm of the USDA that links university research to people who can benefit from it. Critical area, land and its tributaries is subject to forestry and other land use regulation. Crop tree, a young tree of desirable species with certain characteristics desired for timber value, water quality enhancements, or wildlife or aesthetic uses. Cruise, a forest survey used to obtain inventory information and develop a management plan. Deciduous, shielding or losing leaves annually, the opposite of evergreen. Trees such as maple, ash, cherry, and larch are deciduous. Defects, characteristics of an individual tree that reduce its quality and utility. Dentry, a tree with cavities suitable for birds or mammals to nest in. Ecology, the study of interaction between organisms and their environment. Ecosystem, organisms and the physical factors that make a tree environment. Ecotone, a transition area between two distinct but adjoining communities. Edge, the boundary between two ecological communities. For example, fields and woodlands. Edges provide wildlife habitat. Consideration of age can reduce the impact of timber harvest. Endangered species, any species or subspecies in immediate danger of extinction of forestry. A cooperative extension service professional who educates woodland owners and how they can effectively manage their forest. Feeling, the cutting of standing trees, forest, a biological community dominated by trees and other woody plants. Forest fragmentation, the subdivision of large natural landscapes in the smaller, more isolated fragments. Fragmentation affects the availability of wildlife populations and ecosystem. Forest types, association of tree species that that have similar ecological requirements. Moorland forest types include a legally hardwood, lowly shortleaf, northern hardwood, Pakgam cypress, oak, oak hickory, and oak pine. Forested wetland, an area characterized by woody vegetation taller than 20 feet, where soil is at least periodically saturated or covered by water. Forester, a degrade professional trained in forestry and forest management. Maryland, all foresters must register with the state. Forestry, the science of tending woodlands. Forestry incentives program, a cost sharing program that reimburses part of a cost landowners incur in completing a certain forestry practices. Farmers class, an organized out of school classes designed to offer alternative solutions to fragrance identified by farmers.